Here are some amazing facts. The mantis shrimp is not a shrimp. It is classified as a stomatopod crustacean. They have two dactyl clubs on their front arms that they use to punch their prey. Their punch can reach up to 80 kilometers an hour or 50 miles per hour. That is the fastest strike in the animal kingdom. With that hefty punch, they need to be exhibited in special tanks, as their punch can break conventional tanks. Mantis shrimp have one of the most unique looking eyes in the animal kingdom. Each eye can move independently and perceive 12 channels of color, allowing them to see light on the ultraviolet, visible, and polarized spectrum. Their unique eyes are made up of tens of thousands of clusters of photoreceptors arranged in rows, creating unique lines throughout their eyes. Due to those incredible eyes, they can perceive depth with just one eye. The Sepia latimanus, also known as the Broadclub Cuttlefish, are the most common cuttlefish species on coral reefs off the coast of Australia, India, and Fiji. All cuttlefish have a unique internal shell, the cuttlebone, which is used to control buoyancy. Cuttlefish possess millions of chromatophores, each of which can be expanded or contracted to produce local changes to their skin's appearance. This allows them to change their color and texture to hunt, avoid predators, and communicate. These amazing creatures have 3 hearts, 2 pumping blood to the gills, and 1 circulating blood around the body. Cuttlefish have blue-green blood. This is due to the hemocyanin, a protein containing copper that is used to carry oxygen to their cells. Once startled, they can squirt a cloud of brown ink stored in their ink sac to create a smokescreen and escape predators. They have 8 arms and 2 tentacles. They also have suckers that run most the length of the arms and the distal portion of their tentacles. These suckers have a taste by touch sensitivity, which allows them to interact with their environment. The Diodon hystrix, or porcupine fish, is a unique creature that can puff up to more than triple their original size to defend against threats. These cute fish can be found in the tropical zones of major seas and oceans. Their mouths have upper and lower teeth that are fused together, like a beak, allowing them to eat tough prey like mollusks, crabs, and sea urchins. Sharp spines are spread across their body that look short until the porcupine fish expands. When threatened, porcupine fish suck water into a special stomach that will unfold and fill the gaps in their body, forcing the fish to expand. The porcupine fish can puff up or down in a matter of seconds in the water. During this expansion, the dermis layer stretches, exposing more of the spines and creating a hard, cute ball. Pufferfish have a stomach with a special lining that is capable of folding back on itself when the fish shrinks back to its normal size. Tursiops truncatus, or the bottlenose dolphin, can be found across the ocean in temperate and equatorial waters. They prefer waters between 10 degrees and 32 degrees Celsius, or 50 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Dolphins must come to the surface to breathe using their blowhole, a kind of nose. When underwater, they use echolocation, a short, broad spectrum burst of clicking sounds that will bounce back to the dolphin's acoustic window to map what is ahead of them and locate food. Dolphin calves, or babies, stay with their mother for 3 to 6 years and are given a signature whistle or name that this calf will respond to. They have incredibly close bonds with their podmates, playing games of catch with seaweed or even fish, hugging, patting, and petting each other. A wide array of sounds and non-verbal gestures are used to communicate between different members of the pod. Bottlenose dolphins are extremely social creatures that travel in groups of 2 to 15 dolphins called pods. There are even occasions where several pods get together to form a dolphin party. Nudibranch belong to the order Nudibranchia. They are soft-bodied marine gastropod mollusks. There are more than 3,000 species included in this order. These wonderful creatures inhabit most saltwater bodies, with the largest variety of species being found in the temperate and tropical regions. There are species of nudibranch that can be found in the Arctic and Antarctic waters as well. With such biodiversity, nudibranch vary in size from 4 to 600 millimeters, or 0.16 to 23.62 inches. They have bilateral symmetry of their colors and patterns. The color and patterns of these creatures is used to warn predators to stay away. The small tentacles located on their heads are used to smell their surroundings. These tentacles can be retracted when the nudibranch feels threatened. Hi everybody, thanks for sticking along this far into the video. You are our special people, so make sure you hit a like and subscribe, leave a comment, tell us what kind of topics you'd like to see us hit next.
Harby, have you heard the news? Facts AF has put out a book!
Yes, I did hear that they put out a book that has all of the wonderful facts of this episode in a shareable, sendable package for all those people you love. Nom 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 nom. And also check out our Fossilized Facts dinosaur dedicated content. The Phoca vitulina, or the Harbour Seal, are a common sight in temperate and Arctic coastlines in the Northern Hemisphere. They are the smallest and most common seal. These cute seals have short flippers and feet-shaped fins at the back of their bodies. The blubber under their coats help keep them warm in the frigid waters they inhabit. They have a thick coat of dense fur with unique spotted patterns on their brown or silvery white coats. Harbour seals are expert swimmers, using their flippers to fly through the water. They can dive as deep as 92 meters, 300 feet, and stay down there hunting for up to 28 minutes. As the water is so cold, they must haul out or sunbathe for 7 to 12 hours a day to allow their body temperature to return to normal. When they are on land, they inch forward like the movement of a caterpillar. Delphinatris lucus, or the beluga whale, are one of the smallest species of whales. They inhabit the Arctic and subarctic oceans. These wonderful whales are incredibly social, using a language of clicks, whistles, and clangs. They are the most vocal whales. These gentle giants have a tough dorsal ridge instead of a dorsal fin to minimize heat loss. Beluga whales are slow swimmers, averaging 3 to 9 kilometers an hour, or 2 to 6 miles per hour. They can dive as deep as 800 meters, 2,600 feet, and can stay down for as long as 25 minutes. It takes approximately 27 kilograms, 60 pounds of food per day to keep these whales going. Their favorite foods are octopus, squid, crabs, shrimp, clams, and fish. Graspus graspus, or the Sally Lightfoot crab, is a blue, orange, and red crab found along the coast of the Galapagos, Mexico, as well as Central and South America. They have 4 sets of legs and a pair of symmetrical claws. Unlike most crabs, the Sally Lightfoot can run in any direction. These wondrous crabs can also jump from rock to rock and are amazing climbers. The Sally Lightfoot crab have a special relationship with the marine iguanas, eating parasites off their bodies. When on land, they hold water in their shell, releasing water droplets onto their gills as they need to breathe. They will also squirt this water at would-be predators to distract them while they escape. They are communal creatures and are usually found in large groups, which is a wondrous spectacle to see. Their primary diet is made up of green and red algae, as well as seaweed. As adults, they're opportunistic predators that will eat literally anything they can get their claws on. Coloniomydes, or the green sea turtle, is the largest hard-shelled sea turtle in the world. They can be found in the tropical and subtropical oceans of the world. Green turtles migrate more than 2,600 kilometers, or 1,600 miles, per year from their spawning fields to their feeding fields. They have been known to live up to 70 years in the wild. The green sea turtles are omnivores with an adult diet mostly of algae and seagrass. Juvenile sea turtles are more likely to be carnivorous, eating jellyfish, mollusks, and crustaceans. Their name comes from the green-colored fat on their body. This fat is green due to their herbivorous diet. These majestic creatures sleep underwater, typically wedging themselves under rocks or ledges to stay safe. These gentle giants surface to breathe oxygen every few minutes when they are actively swimming, but can remain underwater for several hours without breathing when they are not exerting themselves. Phycoderus equus, or Leafy Sea Dragon, is a distant relation to the seahorse, with a uniquely camouflaged body to look like seaweed. This spectacular creature can be found off the southern and western coasts of Australia. They have relatively small fins that are so thin that you can barely see them. The male sea dragon carries the eggs during incubation. He has a brood patch on the underside of his tail. The body of the leafy sea dragon is made up of bony plates of armor. Every plate of armor on the body has long, sharp spines that protrude out as an additional line of defense. When threatened, the sea dragon will roll itself up, exposing all of those spines to protect itself and its brood. The mixture of camouflage, tough joining plates, and sharp spines has led to these little dragons having no natural predators. Druniparva, or sea bunny, is a shellless marine gastropod mollusk. They can be found in the waters around Japan, the Philippines, Tanzania, Papua New Guinea, and the Seychelles. They are only 1 centimeter, 0.4 inches long. These cute little sea bunnies steal toxins from their prey and store it in their body as a defensive mechanism. Their bright color is a warning to other creatures that they are potentially poisonous. These creatures are not fluffy. The white or yellow texture is formed by caryophyllidia, which most experts believe is a primitive sensory organ. The 2 little black ears are rhinophores and are used to help detect chemical scents in the water column. They breathe through external gills in the feather-like plumes located on their backs. Anhydrolutris, or the sea otter, is a marine mammal found along the north and eastern coast of the Pacific Ocean. Otters live in a close family group that do everything together. Parents and older siblings take care of the younger pups as a community. Their thick coat is the thickest of any animal, with 600,000 to 1 million hair follicles per square inch. A group of resting otters is called a raft. The largest raft that has ever been observed was more than 1,000 otters. Otters are omnivores, eating kelp, crabs, snails, urchins, and fish. This love of hard-shelled prey is why otters are one of the only other mammals that use tools. Sea otters often carry these tools with them and a loose pouch of skin under their armpits, as well as any leftover snacks. They eat 25% of their body weight in food every day. Taeniria lima, or Bluespotted Ribbontail Ray, is found in shallow temperate and tropical waters around the continental shelves, typically among the coral reefs in the Indian and Pacific Ocean. As one of the smallest of the rays, they typically do not exceed 35 centimeters or 14 inches in length. This ray has large eyes, a relatively short tail, an oval body with electric blue spots on a yellowish background. They have no bones in their body. Their entire body structure is made up of flexible cartilage. Blue-spotted ribbontail rays pull water in through the holes behind their head and expel it through their gills to breathe. They have special gel-filled pits across their face called ampullae of Lorenzini, which allow them to pick up electrical signals from the movement of other animals. Their preferred hunting method is to detect the movement of crustaceans and mollusks in the sand below them. The ray covers the whole area with their body, then consumes them, using their eyes to watch out for danger. This shy creature will try to swim away if it feels threatened, but if pressed, it will use its venomous tail spine to protect itself. Synchirapus splendus, or the Mandarin fish found in the South Pacific, are world-renowned for their amazing colors. This beautiful bright red, orange, and blue fish is not poisonous, but the fish's coloring is meant to fool predators into thinking it is. These little cuties only reach about 7.6 centimeters or 3 inches in length. They are one of few natural producers of cyanophores, light-reflecting cells with blue pigments. Mandarin fish are super picky eaters. They will only eat small worms, protozoans, and small crustaceans they hunt in the wild. They are shy by nature, typically staying close to the coral reefs, only coming out to feed. These gorgeous fish move quickly, rapidly pulsating their fins like hummingbirds. These colorful fish do not have scales, instead secreting an odorous and foul-tasting mucus from their skin which helps repel predators. This also helps them stay free of parasites. Rhicodon typhus, or the whale shark, is the largest living fish on the planet. Despite the name, they are sharks, not whales. They are called whale sharks as they are large filter feeders like most whales. They have cartilage instead of bones, which makes them true sharks. Whale sharks can be found in warm waters around the world, from the Atlantic to the Pacific and even in the Indian Ocean. Whale sharks are not fast swimmers, moving at a speed of around 5 kilometers an hour or 3 miles per hour. They can feed passively in a vertical stance, staying motionless with their head at or near the surface, sucking in plankton-filled water. Each whale shark has a unique pattern of white spots and stripes on its dark skin, much like human fingerprints. They can dive to a depth of over 1,800 meters, 6,000 feet, but they usually feed near the surface. Pegaphalus groenlandicus, or harp seals, are found in the chilly waters of the North Atlantic and Arctic Ocean. These marvelous seals spend the summer in the Canadian Arctic and Greenland. In the fall, most of these seals migrate south to the Gulf of St. Lawrence or to the waters off Labrador and Newfoundland. Harp seals are sometimes referred to as saddlebags. This is due to the saddle-shaped markings on their back. Harp seals are migratory animals traveling up to 5,000 kilometers, 3,100 miles, in their seasonal movements. They can dive up to 400 meters, 1,312 feet, and hold their breath for as much as 15 minutes. These chatty seals are quite vocal on ice, using a variety of sounds to communicate. They often hunt in large pods of dozens to hundreds of seals. Trichicus manatus, or the West Indian manatee, have stout grayish bodies with paddle-like flippers and a flat, powerful tail. Their skin is wrinkled with sparse, stiff whiskers on their snout. These manatees inhabit the coastal areas and rivers of the southeastern United States, the Caribbean islands, and parts of Central and South America. West Indian manatees spend 10 to 12 hours a day sleeping. These gentle giants are herbivores, consuming over 60 different freshwater and saltwater plants. West Indian manatees communicate using underwater sounds, including squeaks and chirps, which are important in building and maintaining a bond between mothers and calves. Despite their communication skills, they tend to be solitary creatures, but will form groups when feeding or resting. An adult sea cow can reach a weight of up to 544 kilograms, or 1,200 pounds. Their slow metabolism is one of the reasons they prefer warm waters. The temperature of the water must be at least 20 degrees Celsius, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, to prevent cold stress.
Thanks for dropping by. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe for more fun facts.